So I want to go ahead and get started here with today's lesson. Again, if the background is too disrupting or distracting to you, please let me know and I can mute it with no problem. It's not a big deal. I can go back in and turn it off. It's actually starting to get on my nerves a little bit, so y'all hold on. These commercials are killing me. Okay, so let's go back in here to our notes. The first thing I want you to get in your notes for today is the definition of the word premium. All right, it says premium is your regular payments to keep insurance active. So when you're working the job and you get a paycheck and you've applied for insurance, they take a certain amount out. Might be $24, might be $74 a paycheck. And that's your payment and your contribution to being able to have medical insurance. A deductible, make sure you get this in your notes. A deductible is a large amount you pay for services before insurance starts, covering costs, and a copay covering costs. So before anything steps up and starts working with your insurance to cover or offset costs, you have to be done paid a deductible, which is a certain amount of money in medical things or medical prices in some way. Last one here, copay. A copay is a payment. It's a smaller fixed fee, specific services like going to a doctor's visit and you pay 10, 20, 30, at most $40 per visit that you pay each time you use them, each time you use a doctor of some kind. Often before or alongside meeting your deductible. So some companies apply your copay to your deductible. Most of them do not. So I want to go ahead and go to the next slide. Can someone come off mute and tell me what time is this class period supposed to end?
8:28.
All right, thank you. So with that said, I really appreciate that, y'all. With that said, I'm going to the next slide, and I'm praying that you guys can see my slide since nobody said anything. It says knowing your rights. Make sure you get this information that's underlined down. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. That's what HIPAA is. I'll break it down and explain. When you hear somebody say HIPAA laws, it's basically laws that are created where your personal health information is not able to be shared with anyone, not even your spouse, your husband or your wife, unless you have put it in writing that the doctor is allowed to discuss, talk to, and open up about your health with another person. That's HIPAA laws, okay? It gives you privacy. Give you an example. A friend of mine I recently lost, had a heart condition, passed away, and his mother wanted to know exactly what was going on and why did he die. Well, because of HIPAA laws, when he was alive, she couldn't just go and ask that question because he's an adult. And if he hadn't signed off on paperwork saying it is okay to share that information with my mother, then she can't know. She cannot know. Okay. Check my time here. Okay, I'm good on time. It says, boy, these commercials. Get out of here. Okay. It says requires patient's consent for information to be shared. That's what HIPAA laws are. It says the right to seek health care. It says right to give or withhold consent for treatment. So if you go to the hospital, the doctor's supposed to be talking to you or whatnot and say, hey, is it okay if we go ahead and treat you for X, Y, and Z? When you're conscious, they can't just assume that you want to be treated. You have to give consent. All right. It says rights for minors. It says depend on state laws. That is literally where we're going to stop right now. And I'm going to ask you guys to go into Canvas where your assignment is. All right, I'm going to show you where it is. We're going to discuss it. We're going to be done and up out of here, okay? Let me take this down. Bye-bye. Let's go to Canvas. All right, so I'm going to start from scratch in here so y'all know where to find it. So in Canvas, I want you to go all the way down to 1.6, okay? And 1.6 at the top, I created assignment. Now remember, minors are your age children, okay? 18 and under. So I was right the last time we talked about it. I couldn't remember if it was 20 and under or 18 and under. Yep, that's how old I am. All right, so your assignment, Indiana Healthcare Laws for Minors. I want you to click there. Okay. So this assignment, 15%. Here are the directions. Please look at the link and create a summary on how you feel about Indiana laws regarding minors' rights to health care. Please create a Google Doc. Reminder, share the Google Doc with KL Clark and remember to upload the URL. So what I want you to do, you don't have to do it now because I'm going to do it and y'all can see my screen. You're going to end up clicking on this link. When you click on this link, this information will pop up about minors and their rights and laws in regards to health care for the state of Indiana. All right. So you're going to read through that. After you read through that, you're going to create a summary. It says in the summary, please address the following. Explain what the Indiana law is saying about minors' rights to access health care. In your summary, I want you to address, do you believe, they're doing it to me again? Doggone commercials. Get out of here. So you're going to, from part 2 or in addition in your summary, you're going to explain, do you believe a minor should be able to get reproductive health care and STI, which stands for sexually transmitted infection health care, without permission of their parents? Why and why not? All right. There's not a necessarily right or wrong. I'm asking about your opinion. 3, point out 1 or 2 specific topics you agree with. Briefly explain why you agree, or discuss 1 or 2 topics you disagree with and explain why you don't agree. Now, the topics are coming directly from where the link was about rights of minors to receive health care. This part down in here, okay? With that being said, let me go back in here, make sure my attendance is good. Nico, you gotta be quiet, man. I'm teaching a class. They down here. Make sure I'm not missing nobody. All right. If you understood the assignment, at this point, you can go ahead and log off. If you don't really understand and you have questions, you can stay on.